he's 96 and 94. Got that one?
The idea is that when the cow does its
It's business, yes, that's right, Alan.
Yeah. Well, you measure where the
The evidence lands, yes.
And then you check that on this list up here.
And whoever's bought that particular square is the winner. Neat, eh?
I see. Yes. I wondered how you were going to do it.
Well, the tickets have been selling like hotcakes. Just look, there's only 2 left.
Yeah, I just wish that we could sell them all, though.
Well, then for a penny and for a pound, I'll take the last 2.
But you've already bought 5.
Give it 2 more won't do any harm. What with the ones I buy from you and the 2 I bought from Seth, I should stand a very good chance.
Tickets from Seth?
Last chance on sweep, Henry.
Not now, Seth.
It's only a quid a go. Only half price of that Tony's. And prize will be over 50 quid.
Mr. Woods has got a lot on his mind right now, Seth, so don't go pestering him.
It's in a good cause.
Aye, and that's debatable and all.
This is for the cowpack competition, is it?
Aye, it's a sweepstake on cowpack competition. Same sort of thing.
Only I'm covering it for the Herald.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought papers would be interested in a little local competition like this.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Can I ask you a few questions about it?
I'm more one you ought to be talking to, really, Mr.
Oh, Ripley. Mike Ripley.
Ah, well, I do a bit of journalism myself. So, as one member of press fraternity to another, what would you like to know?
Oh, just a bit of background information, really. I'm right in thinking that Mrs. Kate Sugden is organising the event?
Do you have to go to work today?
Someone's got to sort out the ewes. Kate's organising the competition and Joe's helping her. It's a busy time of year, Chris, I'm sorry.
It's always a busy time of the year.
It'll be much better once this trouble with Kate's out the way and things get back to normal.
Better still if you gave up work there completely.
What, and became a lady of leisure, you mean?
Why not? I've got plenty of money, enough for us both.
And you really think I could sit around here all day doing nothing? You don't know me very well, Christopher Tate.
No. I know you'd like to keep on working with animals.
Yes, I would.
You'd like to keep on doing a useful job, earning your own money.
Exactly.
But you must admit it'd be nice if you could do all that a bit closer to home. You know, so we could actually see a bit of each other now and again.
Well, yeah.
Did I tell you Kim's looking for a stable hand? Well, she told me about it the other day. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but then I got to thinking. You'd still be working with animals and earning your own money, but a hell of a lot closer to home. Could be what we're both looking for, couldn't it?
You sure you won't come to the great cowpack competition? I would have thought it was right up your street.
Oh, the day is full of so many possibilities, Jack. Cowpats on the one hand, topping on the other. In the end, it was topping that won.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. What tipped you in the direction of tupping, so to speak?
Well, when you've seen one cowpat, you've seen them all. But I have as yet not witnessed topping, so I couldn't resist.
Makes sense, I suppose. I'll go for cowpats myself.
There is a more serious reason.
You can't keep away from Kate forever, Sarah.
I know. I just don't know how to tell her. I'll have to sooner or later, but not today. She's having a good time for a change. I don't want to spoil it for her.
Well, perhaps you and Henry should tell her together.
Maybe. I thought I might suggest it tonight, get it over and done with. It'll be bad enough finding out one of us is doing it. And Joe will be furious.
Oh, don't take too much notice of him, love. He's just trying to protect her. He'll know you've got no choice.
I hope so.
Come on, Sally.
Come on.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, I'm not surprised to see you here. I thought you'd be down at Demdike expecting you're killing over the property market.
You can't blame me for getting it as cheap as I can, Joe.
No, I'm glad you're taking it over. That place needs a woman's touch.
Well, I'm not living there myself, of course, but I must admit, I'm really looking forward to getting it back into some sort of shape.
So you're definite then, about not living there yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you'd have fancied a place of your own, especially after all this time.
I'm not ready to move out of home farm, not yet.
So you really settled there, Emily, are you?
Yeah, Kim's lovely. Real friend.
Ah. How about Frank?
Oh, well, he does have his moments, but he can be very kind as well.
Is that right?
I know you two don't get on very well, Joe, but if you knew Frank Tate as well as I do, you'd know he can be very nice.
Well, you should know, I suppose, Dolly, eh? Hey up. Ah, no. False alarm.
I told Jack this I have to see. 1 ram and 40 ewes.
Don't think he'll actually get round to them all on the same day.
I should hope not.
That's not the ram anyway. That's the teaser.
For what?
That ram's the rig. He can't serve any ewes himself, but the ewes don't know that, so he can tell us which ones are in heat. Then we put them in with the actual ram for the tupping, which saves us energy.
So why can't the rig serve the ewes? Or is that a question I shouldn't ask?
Because he wasn't castrated properly, so he's not fertile.
I knew I shouldn't have asked. I envy you, Kathy. You really seem to know what you're doing.
Oh, it's nothing special.
Yes, it is. Look at you. You know all about breeding techniques. You probably even understand the basis of genetic science.
Oh, I don't understand anything like that.
I bet you know a lot more than you realise, Kathy. Well, they put you in charge of the whole flock after all. And now the organic sheep. It's really exciting. A whole new era starting at Emmerdale, and you're right in the thick of it.
I wish it was as easy as that.
Oh?
Tell you the truth, Sarah, I'm just wondering how much longer I'll be part of it all.
Come on, you dozy aper.
Oh, give it a chance, Seth.
Give it a chance. It's been in there half an hour. Do you think it's constipated?
No, the stopcock's by the back door.
Oh, that explains it. I was looking under the sink.
No, it's in a box just as you go in.
Oh, I see.
Well, couldn't Joe tell you this, Dolly?
Yeah, but I thought you might be interested in showing me as my new tenant.
New tenant? I don't live at Demdike.
No, but would you like to move back with Elsa?
Frank Tate clearly pointed out that we couldn't afford Demdike. That's why we've ended up at Elsa's mum's.
Yeah, but I'm not Frank, and I'd like you and Elsa to live there. That's if you want to, of course.
What do you think's happened, Seth Armstrong? The beast has finally performed.
Hey, come on, get in there, official. Give us the hose.
I'm not sure what time Kate will be back, Henry. Depends on the cow. Anything I can do for you?
No. I wanted a word with Kate.
Funnily enough, Sarah was in this morning, wanted to talk to Kate. She had the same expression on her face as you have.
What expression's that, Annie?
Worry. Not sure how to tell Kate she's been called as a witness against her.
Oh, I'd have given anything in the world for this not to have happened, Annie. You know that.
I know.
I don't see why. They have to drag her friends into it like this.
Well, they have. And I know it's difficult, but like I said to Sarah, it's better Kate finds out sooner rather than later.
So that's Chris's latest brainwave. I'll leave Emmerdale and take a job at Home Farm.
Well, he'd certainly see more of you that way, I suppose.
But is that the reason he's suggesting it? For our sake or just for his? So much that's happened to me is tied up with Emmerdale, isn't it? I've worked here one way or another since coming to Beckendale. This is mine and Jackie's first home.
Yes.
Me and Dolly set up the farm shop together. And he's always been like a second mother to me. And, well, Jack still's my father-in-law, and he's till I marry again. So is this just Chris's way of driving a wedge between me and all this?
Would that be such a bad thing? Even if it was true? You can't blame him wanting you all to himself, Kathy.
And that's the other thing, all to himself. If I take a job there, what happens to my independence if I'm living and working at Home Farm?
Well, independence isn't everything either.
Now, I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Yes, well, come on.
So, that's 14 feet from the right.
14 feet from the right, so that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares.
And
right.
6 feet from the top.
6 from the top. So that makes it 2 squares. 1, 2. That's square number 22.
Who's that then?
Can't read without me specs. Who is it, kid?
Oh, it's me.
You are?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a fig, that is.
Oh, dear.
I'm telling you, it's a fig.
Nonsense, Seth. How could it be?
Exactly. Kate wouldn't know where the cow was going to drop.
Absolutely. Kate wins fair and square.
Oh, no.
No, so do I.
Hey?
Well, I got 22. I bought it from you.
Tony, hang on a sec.
What for?
Look, I can't win this thing. I organised it. It's not right.
But you did win, fair and square.
Well, can't we do it again?
Be a bit difficult, Kate. It's all open and above board.
Well, you try telling Seth that.
I'm just about to tell everybody, actually.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning number is number 22. Today's winner is Mrs. Kate Sugden.
Have you got one? Yeah, good shot, man. Perfect.
Congratulations. It is Mrs. Sugden, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, yes.
Oh, Mike Ripley, doing a bit on the competition for the Herald.
Oh, right, hello.
OK if we take some pictures of the lucky winner?
No,
And if you wouldn't mind filling in some personal details, Mrs. Sugden, just for our readers.
All right, then, yes, of course.
I'm right in thinking that you organised the event with the curate, Mrs. Sugden, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
He's a very handsome young man, the curate.
Well, yes, I suppose he is, yes.
You seem to have a very close relationship.
I don't see what that has got to do with anything.
Oh, just personal details, Mrs. Sugden. Helps to fill in the background for our readers. Now, you've got 2 children, I believe. How old would they be?
Mark is nearly 17 and Rachel's 19.
So you and Joe, is it? Yeah, Joe. You must have been married quite some time.
Well, only 18 months, actually.
Oh, so he's your second husband, is he? Well, you must be very proud of your children, especially Rachel.
Yes, I am. Look, I'm
Even
very
though she
sorry,
had an
I've got
affair
to
with
go
a
and-
married man, you're still proud of her?
Yes, I am. Look,
And how
please,
does
would
she
you
feel
just...
about you, Mrs. Sugden? I mean, you did kill her lover, didn't you? Is she
Now
proud
stop
of you?
it, will you? Will you just go
and how
away?
many of
Would you-
these good people realise that when they were buying cowpack competition tickets from you, you in fact had killed your daughter's lover?
They all did. Now, just will you leave me alone?
And you don't mind?
No, I mean... Well, yes. Look, just...
Kate,
Oh, Henry,
what's going on?
Thank God you come. Will you just please get me away from this man?
Right, get it?
Yeah,
good.
Fine. A few months ago, that would have been me, the nose.
What would?
Moving round field, interviewing local notables, turning whole thing into a few well-penned lines for education and amusement of my loyal readers. All I did was sit there and take notes.
Right. Shall we get started now, then?
Well, I don't know what you've got me in here for. I've got better things to do than sit here watching you count money.
I'm not counting.
Huh?
You are. I need an independent witness.
Independent witness for what?
I don't want folk accusing me of fiddling. I need a man of your character and standing, who folk can trust on these occasions to vouch for accuracy.
Oh, well, I'm very pleased to see you take your responsibilities seriously. I will, of course, be happy to oblige and to bring all my skills in money management to your aid.
Good. Now stop yapping and get counting.
Thanks for rescuing me, Henry. I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't come along.
Must have been dreadful for you. I was only too glad to help.
I just hope that things like this aren't going to keep happening. I don't think I can cope.
Of course you can.
Well, if I've got friends like you to rely on, I'm sure it'll be all right.
Oh, dear. You might not feel like that much longer.
Why? What's happened?
I've been trying to think of an easy way of telling you this for days now. The fact of the matter is there just isn't one.
What on earth are you talking about?
I've been asked to appear as a witness for the prosecution in the case against you. I've been on to my solicitor and told him I don't want to do it, but I've no choice, apparently. If I refuse, I'll get subpoenaed any road.
But you didn't even see the accident.
I know.
So why on earth do they want you?
They want somebody who saw you immediately before the accident.
In the Woolpack?
Yeah.
Drinking?
If I could find a way out of this, Kate, I'd take it. Believe me.
It's all right, Henry. It's not your fault.
£153.
£153? That means Turner's going to get 75 quid.
That's his rightful prize, according to tally, and accounted for by an independent witness.
Good against grain, that does. Me giving him all that money? Amos, I don't suppose we could...
Certainly not. I will testify to the fact that Mr. Turner is entitled to £76.50 to be precise. And what, may I ask, are your intentions with remaining cash?
Expenses, Amos, expenses.
All you did was buy a book of raffle tickets.
And sell them. Time, effort, labour, it all adds up. And I wrote it with my idea.
You are exploiting charitable efforts of others for your own profit. I'm not at all sure as I should appear to condone your behaviour by participating in any way.
And you were just annoyed because you didn't think on it first. Well, you're too late. This is my money.
See you, bye.
Didn't you win either, then?
Oh, no, it can't be my lucky day.
Got time for a drink to drown your sorrows?
Oh, I'm on my way to Demdike. I've got all the keys today. I'm going to make an inventory.
I'll give you a lift, then. I'm going past the door as it happens.
Oh, how very convenient.
Could turn out to be your lucky day after all. Car's over here.
Thank you, Henry.
Now, if you could all just give me a few moments quiet, I can announce the final total.
Order now, gentlemen, please. And
But first, I'd just like to thank everybody who made today such a success. This was my first fundraising in Beckendale, and what struck me, apart from the generosity of all those who took part, were the little extra things that people did to make sure that today was such a success.
Like Kate Sugden rigging that cow.
Mrs. Kate Sugden, as you know, donated her winnings back to the church fund. And Mr. Tate has personally donated a very substantial sum.
They couldn't actually be bothered to turn up his son.
Will you hush up, Seth Armstrong?
And last, but by no means least, I happen to know that our very own Mr. Seth Armstrong has used his initiative in running a sweepstake on the competition result.
Hey?
Which I'm sure you will all agree, especially you, Mr. Turner, is a most ingenious way of raising our final total.
Final total?
So, if Seth could just tell me how his sweepstake fund stands, having deducted the prize money, then I can finally announce the grand total.
£75.
£76.50.
Bringing the final total to just over £600. Well done, everybody.
Congratulations, Seth. Allow me to buy you a drink as a token of the community's appreciation.
Just calm down, will you, Joe?
Calm down. Henry's supposed to be a friend.
It's not Henry's fault, Joe. That was so stupid.
Of course it isn't.
If he said no, he'd be summoned anyway.
Well, maybe he would be. But they can't force him to say anything, can they? I mean, even if they've got him down there, he doesn't have to say a thing.
Oh, that really is stupid.
In that case, they just put him in prison for contempt.
Oh, rubbish.
It's true, Joe. Believe it.
Look, Henry has no choice once he's been summoned to appear, and he's no choice about giving evidence either. He's got to tell the court whatever they want to know.
How come you two are experts all of a sudden?
May as well tell them, Sarah.
All right. Tell them what? What's going on?
Henry's not the only one that's been summoned, Kate. I've been asked to appear as well.
Did you?
Seth, allow me to buy you another drink.
Double whiskey.
Yes, of course. Henry, 2 large ones, please, and one for yourself.
Oh, right, thank you.
Oh, Tony, what are you going to have?
Just half a bitter, please, Alan.
Certainly. It really went awfully well, didn't it?
It did. Due in no small measure to Mr. Tate's very generous contribution. And, of course, Kate's magnificent gesture in donating her winnings back to the fund.
Yes. Yes, that was a very generous gesture. Well, every little helps.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Cheers, Mr. Turner. The community is very grateful.
So, she wants us to move in permanently, as tenants. Isn't it fantastic?
Oh.
Oh. Is that all you can say, Elsa? Oh.
What about the rent?
Now look, she's prepared to be really fair about that. I asked her, and I reckon between us both, we can just about afford what she's asking. Isn't it brilliant? Think about it, eh? This time next week, we could be back in a place of our own.
Chris, managed to get off early. What are you doing?
I was just doing some clearing out. Then I found this in that big box you bought from Demdike. Why haven't you brought it out before?
Never got round to it, I suppose.
It's fabulous. I thought we could hang it on the wall. Where'd you get it from?
Tunisia?
Ah, your honeymoon with Jackie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll put it back again. How was work?
Fine. Had a long chat with Sarah, actually, about your suggestion this morning.
And?
I think maybe I will talk to Kim.
So you do think it's a good idea, then?
I think it's time for a new start all round. And I think this would look great on the wall.
I don't understand you, Elsa. I thought you'd have been jumping up and down about this.
A bit difficult in my condition.
This could be the answer to all our problems.
I didn't know we had any problems.
You don't want to take it, do you?
I've had a scare, Nick, remember? I've got to look after myself, and this isn't really the time for any great upheaval.
Oh, come on. We're talking about moving into Demdike, not taking a trip to the North Pole.
But we are settled at Mum's, aren't we?
Oh, are we? With you in one room and me in the other.
And where there's people around if anything else happens.
Oh, come on, Elsa. There's people living either side at Demdike, and it's only 50 yards walk from the village. It would be ours, just mine and yours, what we both want. Or maybe it's not what we both want anymore.
Of course it is.
Well, then.
Look, Nick, I just need some time to think about it. Things have happened so fast these last few months. I just want to think before we set off again.
Just so long as this isn't another way of saying you're having second thoughts.
No.
Because I don't need to think this through, Elsa. I want to take Dolly up on this offer. And I don't think it would be a very good start in life for our baby, would it? If when it was born, both of its parents were living under separate roofs.
I think I'm going to need a new catch on this window, don't you? At least I don't need any more locks on the front door, though, do I?
No. Well, here we are then.
Yes, here we are.
I want to kiss you, Dolly.
Yes. This is the frightening bit, isn't it?
Frightening?
Shall we? Should we? Do we really want to?
I want to, Dolly.
Yes, so do I.